Oh my God. I'm having all kind of technical difficulties over here. But we are in the mix. It is room 1420. Isis Jones with you. I want to say thank you for being a part of the show and basically just checking us out Monday through Friday. I want to make sure I give you interesting content. And Mondays, maybe Tuesdays, we made it to Tuesday. So we have Music Tuesday. Now, I also want to say him before we get started and too far into the show, I want to say thank you out to my sponsors. Max Beauty, black owned, black operated, and basically living right here in Birmingham, Alabama, but we are nationwide. You can check out the full product line by logging on to moxiebeauty.store. And St. Louis, I will see you Friday at Hollywood Beauty on the Kings Highway. We have a remote from 2 until 5, so I want to see you out there and just come out there and just check out the new product with Moxie. Either way it goes, thank you again for being a part of Room 1420. I told y'all I'm all over the place. Room 1420 isn't just an actual freaking room, but on Tuesdays, I really love the fact that I'm able to kind of bring you all some different flavors. And I love meeting new people, and I love meeting new artists. And the fact that I have been knowing this brother for a quick minute, I was just about what, maybe 2 years or so. Yeah, when I got back from St. Louis, started seeing him on the scene a lot more, and was pleasantly surprised. Pleasantly surprised. If you all do not know this Birmingham brother, his name is Specs the Great. So let me put this air on real quick. I know we're gonna get hot here for a quick second, y'all, but I wanted to make sure. Oh, I wasn't sniffing through the whole thing. Thank y'all for being a part of Room 1420. But Specs the Great, thank you for being a part of the show. Thank you for coming in. Now, most people know I used to do this show about news, but Specs got a real job. Okay, so I wanted to make sure I accommodated, especially since I'm in Birmingham. This brother got a real job. I love it, But I think you'd be pleasantly surprised with the music as well. We get into that. Thanks, thank you for being the music Tuesday. Introducing folks to you for the first time. Might be some folks who already know you here in Birmingham. But want you to check out his music. I'm gonna make sure that you get all the links and everything to his page. But if you listen to Specs, and one thing I love about him and about his presentation and his delivery is just it's a combination of a good, nice combination of the North and the South. Okay,
Yes.
you don't get that very often. You get one or the other. Okay, and East and West do their thing as well. But when you're able to have one artist to kind of put it all together, and when you want to search for new material, new songs, new artists, make sure you do that one. But I'm kind of curious how that hybrid kind of came together because you were originally born in Chicago,
I was.
but you basically were raised in the South.
Yes.
That's a nice little.
Indeed. Indeed it is. So um, big time mogul twist. Like that's my guy.
And I hear him. I
Yes.
hear him in your delivery. I hear him
Yeah.
in your delivery.
Big time. Like I'm an overall fan of his.
Nice.
Second favorite fan, I'll say more articulate. I like them. Those are from up north.
Okay.
And of course, there was a lot of people trickle down off of those guys, but those were my main guys from up north. Down south, I would mainly say Ludacris. That's crazy.
Oh, let me.
Ludacris.
I can see that.
And I like. I listened to when I got here. I listened to a lot of name of the group. They're from here.
Huh?
They're from Birmingham. And
I'm not gonna be helpful at all. You know that, right?
oh man,
I
I'm
hear,
gonna come back.
I hear I hear a little 8 Ball.
Yes,
I hear
yes,
that.
yeah.
I hear some.
I definitely love that. I love
I mean, but this is stuff you kind of grew up on.
exactly. I just look like I'm really old. So, so I listened to all of that old school rap. So like when Bun B and Ball and G when they came here, like, I was so hyped and crap. Like I was screaming their lyrics. So, like, yeah. Those guys. A lot of the old school. Uh, what is his name? I was just talking about. Um, guy that I wrote for, he looks like him.
You know what? We're gonna come back to that. Okay, let's just nice to say that
Yes.
and I think that's kind of dope too. People don't sit here and think about the different processes of rap.
Oh,
Okay, there's different genres, there's different styles and everything else like that. And there's different things that you can actually do with that talent. And I
yes.
love the fact that Specs is actually able to ghostwrite, do some other things for people because he really is dope. I mean, in the sense of your delivery, I like your lyricism.
Thank you.
I'm really big on words and their meanings. So when I hear you, put things into context, I can't remember what the afternoon I was listening to, but I was kind of like this right here, versatile. They're versatile, but I'm what is it? What's the lyric? They're being versatile, but I'm
Oh, are you talking about the hook from Brown
yep,
Truck?
yep.
This is the beginning of the wins with the pen. They sacrificing their last ends for the bins. You know the type that be riding in. Can't offend. They the only ones that invented trends. Look again. I make sentences. Penmanship exquisite without a tick. Not to mention the information that should be common sense with the flow. Seeing that is nacho. Cheesing if I'm speaking. If you let us, it's a taco. Ground chuck. Wow.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You see what I'm talking about? Off the dome. Okay, so that's the thing that I'm talking about. If he and Chris said it, Chris said specifically, he said if you are a MC or a lyricist, you should be able to show some skills, not just in the studio, but
Not
when you
just
actually
on
get on stage. And I love again, Spence also has a great on stage presence. And so again,
I'm still working.
all these, but all these things. But all these things come together, and plus the brother's not afraid to go ahead and get on a mic too. I love that you were able to get on the mics and kind of have fun and freestyle with that as well.
Definitely. I enjoy that. Like, and I feel like that's like most people that are rappers or even singers, but specifically rappers. Most people that are rappers, they should be willing to do that. You should be willing to sharpen your blade per se. Like because just look at the fact that those people out there will one day be paying to see you. So you have to get good at what you do because those people are watching.
See, he said it. I can say it now. Okay.
Y'all
Y'all always think I'm getting in y'all business, but Specs did it all the way through. Now, of course, again from Chicago to the South. What have you kind of noticed over the years in the sense of changing music? Like, again, being a lyricist, what we have out here right now, and no shade, because I really do see a lot of the younger cats, and better yet, this new style of rap that's basically out. You're doing your thing, and I'm definitely not mad. But I know that there is a difference in the sense of being a lot older too. Your response, because the one thing I love about Specs also is that he doesn't curse in any of his music.
Yeah, that's a whole thing right there. That's a whole thing.
Because you actually work with some gospel artists as well.
Yes, I have. I've worked, and then it's crazy because I work with whoever I feel. Like, and this is me. Like, I don't say that everybody else should do this. I work with who I feel comfortable with. Like, I don't care if the money's there or not. I work with who I want to work with.
And that's true freedom. I want you all to understand that, and that you have a choice, and it doesn't always have to be about the money. Now, mind you, if somebody sat here and said, "Well, we're gonna give you 50 grand to go ahead and do a little
verse," if you want that, you can get that. I want that.
So it's not like he won't sit here and get on the track with you, but stuff like that. But you have the choice, and you make that conscious decision, and I love that. But also, we are at Michael's. Put it out there real quick. I want to say thank you out to Miss Birdie and the Will over here at Michael's Parkside. We decided to come over here and do the interview. Love my people. But moving forward, what do you have coming up? What are you working on right now?
Oh wow! So right now I have I'm actually working on shooting a visual for the track that I recently finished. It's called Horses.
Okay.
Specifically tailored towards like the art, and it's crazy because I feel like this song is the complete opposite of what I've normally done.
Okay.
You guys wouldn't think so. Like when you listen to it, you'd be like, "Nah, you speak that's fast, bomb." but but I'm like because we focus more so on like, call and response instead of me just giving you a story front to back.
Okay.
So It's pretty dope. It's different. I'm looking for people with a lot of cars. The video shoot is coming up pretty soon. I you guys know as far as how that goes. We gonna do cars.
We do it cameos and
We doing cars and cameos. We doing cars and cameos.
Okay,
But yeah,
we'll get the dates
we
on that.
definitely gonna get to that.
So if you have you with everything, this is how it's going. Okay, we do the video. We got that
Yeah.
coming up. Now something else that I've noticed about Specs is the name of your songs. You know,
Yes.
it,
Yes.
that's something else that has been interesting. Explain that, please.
Bong. Bong is the first actual hashtag that I use. It's hashtag BOHNG. The definition to that is something that is said or done to attract attention. The result is the stamp of approval. Bong. So I used that, and then once I released my first EP, I decided to take that same concept on Bong, meaning giving it some type meaning outside of what everybody else thought it was, and take that into each individual track. So basically, what you were saying is the tracks themselves are hashtags.
Yeah.
Each one is hashtag. Um, Specifically, Ground Chuck that we were just talking about earlier. That track was my single for that EP. So like when people saw that, they were like, "Hey, so why did you do that?" Hey, so, because the whole thing is. But it's probably something that I'll continue. Um, uh, Another thing is a lot of my song titles are buried inside of the actual part of the song. So you may not see the actual title in the song. You may just see the reference from the hook
Okay.
on the title.
Because I like the hook. Or with or the hook.
Yes.
That's one of my
Yes.
favorites off of it. I think the whole EP, this last EP, I really did.
Yes.
And again, this is
Yes.
not your only project though. You know, you have been how long have you been doing this, babe?
And it's crazy because, like, okay, so I've actually been reciting lyrics for about 10 years, but I've been writing lyrics about 20 years.
Okay.
So it's crazy because it was a point in time where I only wrote for other people. I wouldn't recite it out loud. I would write it, think it, check to see if it works, give it to them, they would pay me. So I didn't recite anything for like 10 years. I would just write it.
And don't get me wrong, because the first time I heard Spank spit, I was like, oh, I gotta get him to write me.
Yeah.
I mean, when you hear him, seriously, as a matter of fact, give me a little piece of hook, if you don't mind.
I'll give you a verse. I give you a verse that I'm working on.
Okay.
The compassion in her voice when she spoke had me lifted as a scripture had gave her my notes. This is bigger than physical. Smile when I think of you. And this time, if I fall, it'll be critical. This and that I mentioned, I'm into you, but you knew that. I'm like an open book, but I'm damaged. Something like facts. She opened anyway. I pray she stay away from the pages of center stages, grief, hurt, and minimum wage. It was like I was on display at the auction, wishing for a million, but mentioned nobody bought me. Headed off the cliff and hoping nobody caught me, but now we're sitting here and it's weird, but I was salty. Different elements, heaven sent, I almost passed out. Never really get a room in the glass house. I used to be known to take anything if my hands out. That's just some of the simple things, not embarrassing.
Bars!
Bong.
You understand? Oh, God. I'm gonna start using that now. Bong.
Bong.
Fuck bars. But here's
Yeah.
why it's important. You see, we're talking about again, he's right, and this is the miracle of my boy Specs.
It's them 10,000 hours for real.
You know what? And I think that's the thing that we don't really think about. But we talked about this earlier, how all of these crafts are attainable.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all tend to make rap seem easy, and it is to a certain extent if in fact you don't have any talent. But what I mean by that is that you have folks like this who really kind of take the time to really fine tune their skills. And that 10,000 hours is what takes practice into an actual to actual success. It takes at least 10,000 hours of you practicing that craft or that skill to actually get you up to this point where you actually get on a real scale.
Yeah, and it be and it's like because I've had people tell me after performances like, bro, you don't miss. But like when I stand up there halfway through the performance, if I close my eyes, I'm just standing in a room in a empty room reciting these same lyrics that I'm reciting to y'all. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, it's a thing. Like once you've done it so long, it's like second nature.
If you want to hear more, and I know you do.
Yeah.
How do we get in contact with you? How do you follow you?
Okay. Well, I you can actually catch me on YouTube first. I have a bunch of shorts. The shorts probably range a year, year and a half, and I'm just hitting balls. All of them are probably between 50 and 60 seconds. That's first. Second place, IG. Both of these locations, basically the same handle, SPEXDAGREAT, or you can hashtag bomb, BOHNG on anything and find me. Because I bought it. That's mine. I bought
Hey, let's
that.
talk about ownership. I love the fact that again, y'all are really monetizing this gift as well. Okay, make it make work. Make it work. All the way through. So that's a good thing.
Shout out Westbrook. He told me that it has to make sense. It has to make sense. Shout out Westbrook. Yeah.
Again, if you need to get in contact with this brother, you know how to go ahead and do it. Make sure you follow and share this if you don't mind. And again, every Tuesday, I want to bring somebody new to you or somebody you basically know with some new music or not, whatever the case may be. Just letting you know there's other people out there as well as other styles and things that you can get into and you support. Support this brother by all means, kind of see where he goes with his music moving forward. Again, I want to say thank you for checking in for New Music Tuesday. I know it's late in the evening. This might actually work though. This will be a little time. I'm kind of slowly coming
Yeah.
down.
Look at me.
Hey, little sassy. Hey, little sassy. Hey. But hey, one thanks again out to Michael's Parkside for allowing us to do the interview. House right here in Railroad Park. Matter of fact, next Wednesday, you can find us right here for Wednesdays first. It's a happy hour from about 5:30 to 8:30, brought to you by Martin Law. That's our new sponsor. So I'm going to talk about that. DJ Phase 2 in the mix as well. We have some great specials too. But yes, Moxie Beauty, that is my sponsor for Room 1420. I want to thank them again for allowing me to just use their platform to get the message out about this incredible black-owned, black-operated product based out of Birmingham, Alabama, and nationwide. You can find more about the product and all the line, all the products we have in the line. Incredible stuff, especially if you're trying to get your scalp and your hair healthy. Go ahead and make sure that you hit them up at Moxie Beauty dot store. Again, that's Moxie Beauty dot store. And I think that's basically got you for Wellness Wednesday coming up tomorrow. Make sure you check in with me. I'm gonna be checking in with Sea Lugs as well as Santa Fe Massage and Wellness. You know, I gotta this body takes work. This body takes work. You understand me? So we gonna make sure we check in with you tomorrow for Wellness Wednesday. And don't forget, Friday I will be in St. Louis at Hollywood Beauty, the Kings Highway with Moxie Beauty. So I hope to see you there. I think that's basically it. So let you know how you can subscribe to the show. Out of here. Thank you so much. Work like you don't need the money, love like you never been hurt, and dance like nobody's watching, baby.